Hey guys, welcome to another whiskey review. My name is Andrew, here on the Whiskey Bourbon Scotch Enthusiast YouTube review page. Tonight we have got a new one from me. This is the new Little Book Batch 1 put out by Jim Beam. It is kind of a peculiarity. In fact, I think it is a complete peculiarity as far as American whiskey goes. It is a uncut and unfiltered batch comprised of pretty old corn whiskey, which means whiskey that's at least 80% corn. I think it's 13 years old. Then it's got 6-year-old high rye bourbon, 4-year-old low rye bourbon, and 6-year-old malt whiskey. Malt whiskey meaning it is 100% malted barley. All of that batched together, bottled, uncut, unfiltered, made by the Jim Beam Distillery. And let's give it a go. Bobby has already reviewed this on our website, whiskeyenthusiast.com, but I had to give it my own take, and so we'll jump right into it. We'll start off completely undiluted, no water added. It's been airing out here in the glass for 15 minutes or so. So we'll start with the nose. The nose is surprisingly gentle and subdued, given that this is 64.1% alcohol by volume. It's creamy, cream corn, buttercream frosting. Underneath those sweeter, creamier notes are a little bit of drier, woodier notes, sawdust, wood spice. There's really not a whole lot going on besides that dichotomy of wood and cream. The cream almost develops into kind of like a vanilla taffy note as it opens up. Overall, it's pleasant, but it's a little shallow, one-dimensional. That said, I mean, I can almost touch the liquid with my nose. There's surprisingly little ethanol heat in this, which is a sign of a well-made whiskey. We'll see how it tastes. On the palate, it reminds you that it's 128 proof. Upon entry, it's a cream corn explosion filled with heat, scraping off the top layer of your tongue, borderline eye-watering. It does open up mid-palate. The heat never recedes enough for you to feel comfortable, but it does open up to display a lot of bold flavors, more along the lines here of peanut brittle, charred oak, vanilla pudding. It really develops a lot of similar notes as Old Grandad 114 proof has, if you're familiar with that. But it's just has this pervading underlying cream element to it, almost like the filling in a Bavarian donut. The finish carries on with the cream. You get a little bit more cinnamon, something almost like cream soda, A&W cream soda, and it fades more bitter and woodsy, but it does linger for a good long while. We'll add a little bit of water to it, and then I'll go ahead and give it a score and we'll wrap up. I added about 1.5 teaspoons. I don't think that's going to hurt it. I don't think it's going to drown out any of the flavor one bit. I think it's going to need it, and we'll see if it helps. You notice the nose right away becomes a little bit more perfumey, a little more aromatic. It develops a fuller, almost root beer, wet tobacco, slightly herbaceous element to it. Much more well-rounded, a little bit more developed, but still holds fast to that cream corn, you know, kind of base that it really exudes neat, but still holds on to here with the water added. The palate is much improved. Creme brulee, really fresh, bold vanilla custard, just a beautiful layer of bold, dense vanilla custard on the palate with the water added. Takes the heat down to a comfortable level. Like I figured, you don't lose flavor. Loads of vanilla flecked with wood char, cinnamon spice. The palate, not much change there. It's creamy. It's got that little bit of herbality to it like I found in the nose. Overall, the water took what was a good, albeit brash and unrefined and one-dimensional whiskey, and it elevated it to great. It's got a nice, full, creamy body, and with the water added, even though it's a bit one-dimensional, it's not going to blow you away with complexity. It's an insanely creamy and quite tasty sipping whiskey with the water. With the water, I'm going to say 82 out of 100. On our scale, remember where 60 to 69 is above average, 70 to 79 is solid, 80 to 89 where this falls is an excellent whiskey. It doesn't have enough development, enough complexity, enough depth to elevate it up into, you know, the higher side of excellent, but it has enough boldness, enough concentration of the flavor that it does have to really make it an enjoyable pour. So I would recommend it if you're still seeing it on shelves. It retailed for, I think, $80. If that's in your price range, I mean, that's about the price of any barrel-proof bourbon these days. This is a worthy substitute to give a try. It's something unique. I applaud Jim Beam for the innovation of making something that really the American whiskey scene doesn't have yet. It's a novelty, but it's not a gimmick. It's tasty, it's unique, and it's something to be explored and appreciated, I think. So, well done, Beam. Cheers to all of you guys. We'll be back soon with more whiskey reviews. Have a great night.